do you get more leads into your online business using ways that are working right now in 2023? Not gross sleazy strategies, not bro marketing, not cold emailing and DMing. Hey girl, tell me about your business and how you got started. Get out of here with that. Nobody cares. We're over it. Anyway, let's talk about this, because if you don't have new leads coming into your business, then you're not getting sales or conversions in your business, and that means you're not making money, and then you're not running a business. We need money to run our business, therefore we need leads into our business in order to run a profitable business. So let's talk about it. P.S. Hi. Hey, my name's Nicole Ricardo. I'm a professional flutist turned digital marketer. I now run a digital marketing agency and also have online courses, coaching, consulting, teaching you how to do all of these things yourself too. So if you are interested in learning how to get more leads into your business, generating more income this year, stick around. Now, before we get into today's strategies, I want to give you a quick little preface, because one of the biggest issues that I see when I'm working with clients one-on-one is we oftentimes get lead generation confused with things like visibility, content creation, just putting up, a million reels, being on TikTok, whatever, right? Lead generation is very different than that. If you are just putting up things on TikTok or on reels or showing up on your Instagram stories, great. We love that. Amazing. Keep doing it. However, if we're doing this, really all you're doing is you are getting yourself in front of your current audience, right? However, if we want to grow your business, we need new leads, new people getting into your world on a consistent, regular basis. So that is what I'm talking about when I'm referring to lead generation. I'm referring to getting new people who are in your exact target ideal audience, getting them into your audience. Okay? Moving on. The very first thing that I want to talk about here is community-based engagement. Going into 2023, let's just be honest. We know that conversions are down. The same old crap that's been working isn't really working anymore. Likes, comments are down on Instagram. Advertising isn't really working much anymore. So what the heck are we supposed to do? Community, okay? We're gonna focus on community-based engagement. Now, the way that you're going to do this, let's take Instagram for example. You are going to go search either by other accounts who are direct competitors for what you do, basically anybody that has the same kind of target audience that you're trying to go after, or you can search by relevant hashtags, or you can search by relevant keywords, because you can do that on Instagram now. Or you can search by location. So an example of that might be, let's say you're a photographer and there's this big photography conference going on right now. Cool, what convention center is that happening in? Look up that location. I'd be willing to bet you that most of the posts that are being tagged for that location right now are probably photographers who are there for that conference. Cool, great. Now we know where to find your people. Amazing. Go engage with them. What I mean by this is talk to them, develop a relationship with them. I am not telling you to go drop into their DMs, send a hey girl message, or, ask about their business, or leave some likes and then send them a message. No, I'm talking about we're going in this with the intention of, wow, novel idea, actually being social on social media, okay? So you're going to go into this with the intent of, hey, I'm a human being, I'm vibing with what you're putting down, and I genuinely want to connect with you and get to know you. That is the intention here, okay? If eventually they end up converting into a lead for you, cool, amazing, great, we love that. Yes, this is a longer term strategy. It's going to take a little bit longer. You're not going to get cool, I did my engagement for today and now I got 5 people booked things with me. However, doing this method, you are going to build deeper relationships with people. People are going to be much more loyal because they're getting to know you on a real human level. They're developing that relationship. They're developing trust with you. They're believing that you know what the heck you're talking about. So therefore, they're going to believe in your offers when you put them out. So really the last thing there is, do they believe in themselves? Because if we can check that one off, great. Pretty high likelihood that they'll convert whenever you eventually launch something that may fit one of their needs. So there you go. That's number one thing that we are bringing into 2023 is Instagram engagement, building your community, building those authentic, real relationships, okay? Next, creating shareable content, I want you to do a little research. When you are on Instagram or TikTok or whatever your social media platform of choice is, pay attention to the pieces of content that catch your attention. Pay attention to the pieces of content that you are resharing in your stories, that you're reposting, that you're sending to friends, and that your friends are also sharing in their stories, reposting, sending to you. That's a really good indicator of the type of content that, first of all, you're interested, but also your people are interested in because they're sharing it. Now, every time somebody shares a piece of content, we know this, cool, like you are now getting in front of their entire audience. Every time you have even a piece of content shared by one person, let's say that person only has like 500 followers, which, yes, in Instagram terms doesn't seem like that much, but like really, if you think about it, that is that much. You are now getting your content in front of 500 new people. Like we just talked about doing Instagram engagement. How long is it going to take you to go find 500 new people on Instagram and like their post and send them a message and leave them a really thoughtful, engaging comment, right? Like that's going to take a lot of freaking time. That's going to take a minute. I don't know about you, but like I like working smarter, not harder. So you're going to get way more bang for your buck if you're creating shareable content. And also, bonus tip, use a direct call to action for people to share that piece of content, right? You could do this in an email by saying, hey, if this really helped you, chances are it would help one of your besties. Forward this along to them and be that friend, you know, like friends don't let friends, blah, 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 right? Or using a direct call to action in the Instagram post. Like, share this in your stories if you agree, right? People are significantly more likely to actually take an action if you just ask them to. By doing this and doing it on a consistent, regular basis, working that into your content schedule and your rotation, just imagine the compound effect of this, right? If your posts are consistently getting shared, you're consistently getting in front of all of these new people, then that means you are going to get consistent new leads coming into your business as well. We love that. Yay. Next tip, YouTube videos, just like this one. I'm obviously late to the YouTube game. I've been avoiding it because, like, let's just be honest, it takes a freaking minute to get up and, like, get ready and deal with yourself, okay? I'm lazy. I like wearing my PJs and laying on the couch watching ghost shows. However, YouTube has significantly less competition for ranking than Google does. Like literally go on Google right now and let's say you're a flute teacher and something that people ask you a lot is how to have a less airy flute sound or something. If you go type that into Google right now, how many results are going to come up for that? Probably a lot. If you go type it into YouTube, the results for that are going to be significantly less. Okay? So, again, we like working smarter, not harder. If you are creating content, you're creating I like to call it a pillar piece of content, something that's going to be a longer form piece, right? So a YouTube video, a blog post, a podcast episode. Out of all of those, yeah, cool. Like ideally, let's do all of them, but also like love Gary Vee, but I'm not Gary Vee and I don't have a team of like 500 people, okay? Like I'm one person. I do have a team, but like, you know, it's just a lot. YouTube videos, again, having a direct call to action, it's going to have way less competition for you than trying to show up for search on Google. And it's also going to help continuously bring you new leads. And not only that, you're going to be able to prime them as well as you're doing it, right? Doing video is a lot different than, let's say, putting up a text Instagram post. There's only so much you can convey in there. You have character count limits, right? Versus in this YouTube video, obviously you're gonna get a much better idea for my personality, for my teaching style, for how I operate, right? Versus just reading like 3-paragraph posts that I typed up and put on Instagram. So it's also going to help people develop a much deeper relationship with you, a lot more trust with you, build that actual human connection, right? Yay. So there you go, YouTube videos with SEO. Moving on. In the spirit of putting something up one time that is going to continue to bring you views, bring you traffic, bring you clicks, Pinterest. Cool. Same kind of idea as YouTube, except you can kind of expand upon one piece of content. So let's say I put up a YouTube video. I could literally make like 20 pins. They all have a different graphic. Maybe they use a little different description, or maybe it's generally the same, but you're putting some keywords in there. You're throwing it up on Pinterest. You do it once, and then it's going to chill there, and it's just going to bring you views, right? As people are searching for those things and bringing you clicks to your materials. We love working smarter, not harder. You're going to hear me say this like 500 times, okay? Big fan of doing the work once, putting it up there, and then it does the work for you. Yay, great. Okay, next. The last tip that I want to talk about here, like, let's be honest, I could go on for freaking days, but we like things concise, okay? Nobody wants to sit here watching a freaking YouTube video for 2 hours, otherwise I would have bought a movie ticket. You feel me? So, here we go. Last tip for you is going to be doing guest speaking. You can do guest speaking at local universities. You can do guest speaking at conferences. You can do guest speaking in people's mastermind programs. You can do speaking at people's in-person retreats, virtual conferences and events. You can do guest speaking, record a training video that people can put inside of their digital courses. Any type of partnership like that where you are getting in front of other people's audiences. We kind of talked about this before with the shareable content, right? So obviously compound effect of this, let's say a podcast, maybe one of your strategies that you're going to work into your marketing plan this year is you want to do more guest speaking, and you really love just, you know, rolling out of bed and chatting with somebody, having a fun conversation. Cool, great, do some podcast interviews, you know? So if we, again, think about the compound effect of that, let's say you do even just one podcast interview per month. Okay, that's 12 podcast interviews over the entire year. So 12 people. And then you think about, well, how big is their audience, right? Because not only is it going up on the podcast platform, so you're getting exposed to all of the people who are listening to the podcast, they're also probably going to post it on their podcast social media accounts. They may also email it out to their audience if they have an email newsletter. So that's kind of like triple threat there. You know what I'm saying? Like, great, amazing, efficiency. So that's gonna be a really, really easy way to get you in front of a ton more people. Obviously, you do have to kind of plan this a little bit and make your list of like, who do I actually want to pitch to? And then you have to pitch them. That's a whole other thing. If you have questions about pitching, let me know. Send me a message on Instagram. But anyway, so there you go. There are my top tips for the marketing strategies that you want to take into 2023 for generating more leads for your online business. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, then I also have a free little resource for you. Obviously, you know I was talking about call to actions this entire video. So here you go. Call to action. I have a quiz. It's super fun. It's called Find Your Badass Business Persona. It's going to give you a detailed analysis of where exactly you are in your business right now and what your next steps are going to be. I'm very tangible. I like strategies. When I was first starting, I always wish that there was literally just a freaking checklist that could tell me what I need to do and in what order and when, right? So, hey, I made it for you. I'll go ahead and put the link below for that, and you can go take that quiz, get more information. It'll send you some free resources as well. So there's that. And then also, if you want to come hang out with me, I spend most of my internet time on Instagram. You can head on over to Instagram at Nicole Ricardo, RICCARDO. Yes, 2 C's. No, I'm not related to Lucy. Okay. Although, fun fact, when I was in high school, the theater director would also always call me Lucy because I played in pits, the pit orchestras for all the theater productions. Anyway, come find me on Instagram. I don't bite. I'm very no BS. If you have questions about anything, I'm gonna shoot it straight to you. I think that's it. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.